Hans here. Wanted to help out a person that was asking about how to chop up the classic amen break. So I have a version of it, and I'm going to put this in the YouTube description too, so you can download it and mess with it. So this is what I have, just so you can at least get a reference. Let me delete that there. I'm going to hit make a cue at the beginning of this. The classic. So one important thing that I would suggest is to make sure that you have this freeze option here, this little freeze, enabled, so that you can really go in and chop this, because if you don't, it's going to constantly move around and you're going to be trying to fight, like trying to get to the cue because I can't do it because it's going everywhere. So instead of that, you hit the freeze button here and it'll keep it in place. So now at least I have an area that I can solely work on. So as an example, I'm going to click this. So say I want to freeze this. Now I can look at my waveform. I can adjust my chop here to really get it where I want to. Now what I'm going to do first, before I get onto all that, I'm going to really chop these kind of main portions that I like, which is like the snare right here. You kind of start hearing that kind of breakdown that's happening. Let me clear this out right from there. Have that there. Let's see what else is going on. I'm hitting the freeze button. I can move this around. Might put one right there. I made one right there. And with practice, you can have it where, like, once you hit the play button, you can start triggering all these cues exactly where you want to. Another way that you could do this is use like the set slicer. So I'm going to delete all this here. Unfreeze it. Kind of zoom in a little bit. You can do the set slicer. There's a couple different modes here. There's one called endless slicer, where if I enable that, it'll try to make my chop points here, which is actually a pretty good job. So you can have it do the divisions for you if you wanted to. I typically tend to go to find samples or even set random. Like random will just randomly create points. This one just did one because I guess it was a shorter sample. But I tend to go to find samples myself. Or actually find samples, it'll try to find samples for you, which I think it did a pretty damn good job actually. And by default, it's already set there. So when you first bring in the track, you won't have anything at all. So you can just manually set these by hitting the button on your keyboard or on your MIDI keyboard. So one there. Set one here. Set one here. I'm just looking at these like transient waveforms that have like a lot of dynamic here. There's a little crash right there. You can get super intricate with it. And then let's do this little ender here. Another thing you can do now, because you have your main chops, you can go back and replay them in different ways. So if I just hit the metronome. So another thing that you can do to add even more variation is I'm going to make another cue at this exact same spot. And you're probably trying to figure out why would you do another one since you already have it. So I'm going to use this little empty space. I'm going to create a cue here. Use the freeze option. You can move it around. I'm going to hit the reverse button here. So now I have this other little effect I can do. So I have one there. Another trick you can do is, I made a cue at the very end. Just realized that on accident. This one, I can change the tempo down. One there like that. This one I'll pitch up. And what's nice is you can make a bunch of different effects. Like, again, you can mangle this to ridiculous levels. So like this, I'm gonna do a reverse here. And I'm gonna add an effect like Autofader. See, can you start getting really clever with it? So I'll start with just having just an initial groove going. So you can keep quantize on. The first one is just going through the tractor. Now I'm going to start trying to just practice different rhythms within it, and then I'll start inputting it here, or I could live record it. So I'm going to try to live record this here. So I kind of butchered that a little bit. So then you can go back and try to fix it. I can tell it's a little off. Actually, it's right there. I should move this a little closer. There. I know I had like a reverse on one of these. I'm going to loop this part real quick. Yeah, I like that kind of little double up right there. And I should put this here with the snare. Find another little snare right there. Nah, it didn't quite sound right. There we go. Now we see how we kind of already built that. And so for this one here, I can try to throw in a little different variation on there. Let me see what other chops I can do. Let's see here. I think there was one right about here. Keep it real simple. There we go. Now I'm playing the whole track. We take that little double up on the drum. Right there. I should do this one here. There we go. See, I like that a little better. Again, just have fun with it, man. And we haven't even really touched the surface on automating certain things here. So if I just want to automate this whole thing on certain points, I can do like these crazy little filters. So say I click on filter. I'm going to create a point here. Here is kind of like an ender. I'm going to make these other dots in here too. I'm going to try to make this really this really stupid filter sweep that just kind of goes in crazy patterns. So make another dot here, pull that up, put one there, put one here, put one there, like that. Say on the next bar, I want to add a breaker effect for the whole track. You have to make sure you turn it off, because if you don't and you have it on right now, you're not going to hear anything, because it's like the breaker's already engaged. People always tend to forget that with this particular effect. You have to have it off, then engage it. So say I wanted that little breaker to happen right there. Automation, this effect, which is in relation to this here. Now I'm going to click this on. You see how that moved up? So what I wanted to do is I want the on button to be pressed or engaged at this moment here. And that's it. That's all I had to do to automate that. See how we're really mangling this up? So say I want to add a phaser at the end of this. Now I have to click here. Now I activated Effects 2 automation. I'm going to turn this on here. I want the phaser to happen here. And I want to adjust the depth where it gradually brings in that phaser as opposed to already being at 100%. I might even try 19. So let's try that out. If I had it at 100%, it's a little too much for me at the beginning. So I kind of want to gradually get to that intensity. So see how we're really taking just this, like originally we only had, this was like the main portion, which is this classic. But now we turned it into this. So now if you just add, let's see, let me find a little, I know I have some here, like a little bass, a little bassy bass. Or even that right there. Let's see how that could work. Smooth. But I put a sidechain on there. I use this plugin called Kickstart 2, which is a great sidechain plugin. This basically ducks the signal. And then I might do, just in my mind that I hear, make the next one go up a note. Doing a filter up. So this is where I can create a new scene and have it where the filter is like this. On this one, power automation, bring this filter, click on it, bring this down, create a point here. I accidentally made one here, so I'm going to just click on it again to get rid of it. Go all the way to bar 8, make a point at the end, and raise it up. Oh, you're almost like building this ramp. This like ramp that's going on. Then I'm going to go to the next scene right here. So I can do the exact same thing, filtering this whole drum as well. Click a point here, make a point at the end, go back to 1, bring this down. There's actually a faster way to do it. Just realize that. So now they both have a filter for this scene, and they both go regular on this one here. So because I had that crazy little filter deal going on, I'm going to make another one that's high pass, and it works its way down here. Whoops. Again, just mess with it. It's all good. Just have fun with it. Now we're to the other one. Now I'm going to take this off so you can really see the movement that's going on with this. Again, you can go even crazier where you really time stretch certain parts of the beat. Like I could do another section where I'll take this point. I'll make another copy of this. My brain's kind of running with ideas right now. Put it right here. Bracket over. Make 2 bars like this. Or I can make it where it slows down automated wise. Like I click on tempo, put this to here, down here, and then it goes down to that speed. Whoops. Oh no, I need to do that faster. Do it a little faster. I'm trying to get it where it actually lands right at the end. So maybe I should just kept it where it was at. But you can do like little speed ramps, which doesn't make sense, but. It's dumb, but it's, again, you can manipulate all of these little chops with just doing reverses, tempo adjustments, key shifting. Go to this goofy part. Another scene. And also the important thing with this, and I didn't mention it earlier, is you need to have it on trigger mode. If you have it on hold, which is the default, if I click on this, watch what happens. I'm going to solo this track by just hovering over this, clicking solo. It's just getting the little portions because the chop isn't extended. I have to hold this, hence the name, to actually let the whole file play. I'm gonna put this here like that. So I actually have to hold this all the way across. For me, I just got used to doing trigger mode and then just adjusting the start and end point. So I'm kind of manually doing it. I just feel like I have more control going that route. So that's what I stick with on there. But really, that's really it. Have fun chopping this amen break. So again, the download file I'm going to put in the description so you can have fun with it. Again, I appreciate you guys asking me this question. I know there's not a lot of people kind of making drum and bass in this, and it's been something that I've been having fun creating. And so if I can help anyone else, you know, make some awesome drum and bass stuff and anything in general, that's a beautiful thing to see. So I'm Gons. I'm glad I can help out. You guys have fun. Keep creating. Peace out, everybody.